downloaded the pack. So now we are 1998 version of Claire. Wait, be right back. Holy, someone played Resident Evil 2 only using a knife, and they completed the whole game with an S rank and no damage. This has to be fake. Oh, it's broke. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, I just remembered I left in a zombie. How to get more knives?
Hey guys, Lethal Leslie here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get your hands on the mechanic jack handle that you need to pick up that bookshelf in the library. So right now I've got Mr. X on the floor right next to me, so I'm on the pause menu, otherwise he's going to recover. We also have a grenade in this room as well, but the room you need to come to is the records room, and to get in here you are going to need the club's key. So trap! I can't move! They're in the ice machine, Bobby. They're in.
Somebody tried to prank you. That was mean.
On the first floor, next to the West office.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Lauren's Husband Leave for Today. Over the past year, I have gotten so many comments asking me to prank my husband Bobby. So after taking up
So, you finally encountered Mr. X, the hulking, terrifying through the many doors and hallways of Resident Evil 2. You've heard his heavy footsteps on the floorboards above you. You've seen his shadow cast on the wall as he stalks around the next corner, relentlessly hunting you, and only you. All you want, of course, is to make it out alive. Mr. X somehow manages to make the game's horde of bloodthirsty zombies seem harmless by comparison. With zombies, you can at least run past and rest easy, knowing they'll never follow you into a safe zone. Mr. X, however, doesn't play by those rules. So you're probably wondering, how do you shake this guy? Is there a way to get this monstrosity off your tail so you can finally relax for just one moment? Better yet, can you kill him?
Serious?
The simplest answer is this. Mr. X is unkillable for most of Resident Evil 2's campaign, but that doesn't mean you can't slow him down. The trick is to aim for the head. You're just wasting precious ammunition if you shoot at his body. But Mr. X will eventually drop to the ground for a short duration if you land some solid headshots. There is one exception to the no-body rule, and that's if you're using something powerful like a grenade launcher. Pump one of those into Mr. X, and he'll be forced to take a breather, giving you plenty of time to make a fast exit and put some space between the both of you. Just remember that he will keep on coming, and he'll find you a whole lot faster if you cause a commotion. So if you decide to dispatch some zombies with a gun, and then hear those unmistakable footsteps and the ominous music swell, it's time to start planning for another escape. And don't even think about running to the nearest typewriter. That trick may get Resident Evil 2's zombies off your back, but Mr. X goes where he pleases, meaning he'll just about follow you anywhere.
You open.
There really is nowhere to hide, except for a few rooms scattered throughout the police station. While Mr. X might...
Everyone knows time travel must be used responsibly to maintain the delicate flow of history. No talking to your past self, no accidentally killing your grandfather, no accidentally not killing your grandfather. If you did kill your grandfather, see, it's complicated. But video games don't appear to get the message, regularly serving up spectacularly irresponsible uses for the awesome power of time travel, like messing with time for personal profit, or simply to murder dudes in hilarious ways. Seriously guys, take it down a notch, this is like Paradox Central. Here are the least responsible uses for time travel. Along the way, beware spoilers for the following.
Hey guys, to be on the second floor. So get your map up, go to the second floor and look for this area. Head up the stairs, into the library, into the lounge, and then into this corridor here and into the STARS office. So once you're in the STARS office, you're going to see there's a battery here. So I'm going to pick that up now and add it to my inventory. Next up, I want to go to the first floor, which is right below me, and I need to go into this operations room here. But you can only get there by going back to the main hall. So let's go back to the main hall now. Now that we're back in the main hall, it's through this area here that you need to go to, and I'm actually going to do this one off camera kind of thing, because there are so many zombies in this corridor that you need to be prepared for this. The way I tend to do it is I just tend to run past this first guy, and you're going to go around him. If you've done the game like me, there's going to be a lot of zombies here because you didn't board up the walls. There's going to be a guy sitting here waiting for you, so you're going to want to shoot him once and he will go down. There is then going to be another one to go around him if camera kind of thing. Up now and add it to my inventory. So let's get into it. So the first area you're going to need to visit
So
is going to be on the second floor. So get your map up, go to the second floor and look for this area. Head up the stairs, into the library, into...
What's up everybody, it's time for an Arknights video. It took one take. It's wonderful!
Hey, Skyper, oh my god.
Even getting a lot of good stuff. Oh my god. Alright, so we're back to the only game where everyone is skinning you alive. It's talk to strangers. We're sociopathic customers, damn it. I had decided that we had not died enough ways in the last episode, and thus this time I must go and find every single way possible that I can die. I also need to get to this freaking hole that's just sitting here in the middle of the neighborhood. The only thing I want to know is what the prostitute lady at this house is really like. I can never get her to talk to me. Oh, she's usually so perky. Now she's like sad. It's probably because the guy tried to use a credit card. Is this a bad time? She's like, yes, the test came back positive. I have herpes simplex 10. Are you okay, miss? I'm fine. I can...
To the lounge and then into this corridor here and into the Star's office. And once you're in the Star's office, you're going to see there's a battery here. So I'm going to pick that up now and add it to my inventory. Next up, I want to go to the first floor, which is right below me, and I need to go into this operations room here. But you can only get there by going back to the main hall. So let's go back to the main hall now. Now that we're back, the club's key, so if you don't have the club's key, then you don't need to worry too much about this just yet. It's not time to do it, but once you have the club's key, you want to come here, as you can see, the main hall, through the reception, down the hallway, and into the records room. Now, the hallway here is an absolute mess for me. There's always a lot of zombies in there. I got a lot of open windows, and there's actually a licker in there at the moment, which is quite annoying because I need to run back out this way and up the stairs to get to the library. But you're going to find it right in front of me on this table, as you can see there. And I'm going to actually go from where I am now to where it needs to be, try and run away from it.
There's on the downstairs reception.
And the rest of the horrible things that are out in the hallway, so let's get into it. You can see I've already shot at him a couple of times. And you're going to need to bring it to here in the library. So
this is a 40-hour walking simulator, and to others, it's a unique insight into the evolution.
Alright, to be fair with them, there's only one in the entire game, but it's terrible. You have to follow the guy at a snail's pace where he periodically stands still just to inhale the fresh, rotten fish, I guess. Also, if you go more than 7 micrometers away from him, a countdown starts where you fail the mission. I'm hidden beyond some boxes about 10 yards away from him, but the game thinks I need to move in closer. Also, the devs clearly didn't know what to do if anyone actually got spotted by him, so he just turns into a normal NPC and flees. When you eventually follow him into his house, like most people, he doesn't take too kindly to strangers.
You have 10 seconds to tell me who you are before I remote detonate a C4 under the table and this whole place explodes like a pop bottle.
Jesus!
I got it. 5 seconds.
Jason Brody!
Really?
Yes! This is Willis Huntley, a CIA agent, undercover on the island to keep tabs on illicit activities. I personally love Willis. He's a purposely over-exaggerated American, putting patriotism before anything else, comparing any scenario to something stereotypical with American culture.
Promising. But do you consider yourself a patriot, Mr. Brody? thing is, the real paper doesn't just put his hand on his heart while holding a hot dog at the ball game.
It's almost like any Hideo Kojima bad guy, but instead he works for the player. Willis gives you the mission to destroy the pirate's business, so the big boss Hoyt comes down to investigate. And to those who haven't played the game before, it's a mission where you burn weed and it plays a Skrillex song. Again, current year. Returning to Willis, Jason asks if he ever leaves his base, which he gives a very interesting answer to.
Hey, you ever go out on recon with your guys?
No. There's a reason I have the American flag in here. In here. There's society. There's order. Out there, the jungle, the synapses in our brains go dark little by little. You forget where you're from, who you are.
Quite overdramatic, but he does make sense. By lying to himself and calling his base home, Willis never needs to venture outside, therefore never exposing himself to the jungle. Jason has done the opposite. So much he's became involved with the tribe. The killings, the tattoos, the weird LSD trips. Willis hasn't had to deal with anything like that. He knows the island is dangerous and chooses to disconnect himself until he returns to America. After saving one of Willis's contacts and taking a picture of some low-res documents, you find the location of another one of your friends, Oliver Caswell. You find and liberate him as he's about to be sold off, I assume to star in the 17th Taken film, and the pirates respond to you sniping them by trying to shoot Oliver. They're not even trying to incapacitate him, they're just going for kill shots. Finally meeting Oliver face to face, he acts a bit too calm.
Hey, they're saving me. Hey, nice tats.
Oh, let's get out of here! I thought this was lazy character writing, but Oliver assumed he was being taken back home to his parents after his dad paid the ransom money.
And they were putting the screws to my dad. He was about to give them a ton of money.
Ollie, you would have been sold right into slavery afterward, even if he paid.
Shit. This is some heavy shit, man.
After dropping Oliver to the friendship cave, Liza gets your attention, showing you she's built a cross for Grant.
I'm building a cross for Grant.
Oh yeah, remember your dead brother? You probably don't. All the missions and collecting and killing distracted Jason from mourning his brother. Liza is trying to be Jason's anchor, reminding him of the life he has to go back to once the adventure's over. But Jason keeps pushing her away. He doesn't want to leave the dream world because all that waits back home is mediocrity.
I'm not saying you shouldn't rescue them. I'm just worried it's affecting you.
Lisa, don't worry. I'm taking control of my life for the first time.
I know, you're
That's
right.
a good thing.
You've been working really hard on that. I get it. You're stressed out. We can meet up later. I love you.
Also, while you're in the friendship cave, you can talk to characters you've rescued, and their dialogue varies wildly. Talking to Oliver, he just says he wants to get stoned, nothing really of note.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a fire to an ale.
But one time I talked to Daisy, Jason opens up to her a lot more, and not in a good way.
I never thought I'd be able to kill someone. The first time it felt wrong, which is good, right? And now, it feels like winning.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
This is probably one of the most powerful scenes in the game. No dramatic music to tell you how to feel, just Daisy's horrified expression of what you've just said. She doesn't even know what to say, you just kind of both agree to say nothing and leave it at that. You can also take another pill before leaving. You trip out again in the same club you were, only more is now accessible. You can buy drinks at the bar, apparently dying after 3 shots. Why could no video game portray alcohol right? You can even go onto the dance floor and bust some moves. Again, it's stupid, but it reminds you how, even though you're basically in hell at the minute, there are other people still just living normal lives. The flashback ends with Oliver and Keith being harassed by 2 locals. Keith taking the dominant role and standing up to them.
No more fights, you promised.
As you wish.
On someone else, guys. Hey, dude must pay.
Fuck you, asshole.
Think you're better than us?
Yeah, I do.
He's our turn. Not yours. Not your bed.
We'll see about that.
Later on, you're contacted by Willis, telling you that one of your friends, Keith Ramsey, has been bought by the pirates and sold to a man called Buck. You track him down in the Bad Town bar, and within the first conversation, you can really tell what kind of character he is.
Birthday? She must be Christmas. I'm here for my friend, Keith. Sorry, doesn't ring a bell.
You bought him from Hoyt.
Ah. He said his name was...
Buck Hughes is a vile character and represents the first major hurdle Jason has to overcome. At the minute, Vass is nowhere to be found, probably off harassing more locals. And Hoyt is conducting business on the southern island. Buck represents the sexual desire of the island. If you notice, when you first meet him, his eyes are checking you out constantly, and he compares most situations to a sexual reference.
Come on, ask me, what are they looking for? What? No.
I should cane you for that. I really should. But you know what I won't? I'll cane Keith instead.
Jason even foreshadows Buck's character before he meets him proper.
So his name is Buck, and he lacks the...
Yeah, I know it's a Kill Bill reference, but I'm really trying for this video, right? If Buck looks familiar to anyone that hasn't played Far Cry 3, that's because Mafia City uses his character model as an asset in the ads they stick all over YouTube. They even use Sam Fisher too, like, how has there not been a lawsuit over this? Buck wants you to find a knife, the exact knife Citra wants returning to her tribe. In return, he'll give you back your friend Keith. He won't let on to why he needs it, but he seems very protective of it.
I've seen this knife before.
Knife? Touch the fucking knife. It's art.
What history of this and you and Keith 4 hours you squeeze together?
The next 5 missions are dedicated solely to Buck as you try to track down the location of the knife. Now these missions vary massively in quality, but first you need to get information off an anchored ship to the location.
Let me be clear.
Now, a mission like this actually sounds pretty cool. You know, a stealth mission where you have to infiltrate a ship and sneak around, taking down occupants not to alert any suspicion.
Just a little fucking knife that I asked you to get me, but you're too bloody incompetent, too fucking lazy to get it.
The only problem is, there's only 2 ways to get onto the boat. 2 ladders, either side on the back end of the boat. And when you climb up either of these ladders, you'll probably be instantly spotted from enemy placement, sending the whole ship into high alert. I don't even know why they gave you 2 separate ladders to climb if they're essentially right next to each other. It would have been cool if there were, you know, actually inventive ways to get on the boat instead of just wooden ladders. I mean, what if you used a hang glider instead? They're dotted all over the island, and this would be perfect to get an aerial drop on a mission. Or maybe even like a hatch to get into the ship. Like, come on, man. Even Banjo-Kazooie did this. When you get into the ship and find the laptop, it's protected by a heavy gunner, but he's facing his back towards you. Keep in mind, it's impossible to do a heavy takedown at this point in the game. The perk you need to do it is locked until you meet Citra again much later into the game. Heavy gunners are incredibly slow, only being able to walk, covered in Kevlar armor, and for some reason, they're the only enemy in the game to wear sandals. What are those? They're incredibly resistant to small arms fire, taking multiple sniper rounds in the face just to drop them. But thankfully, again, your boy, Ubisoft added a flare gun into the game. That is so fundamentally broken, has a 50-50 chance to either do no damage at all, or instant kill someone that walked within a 5-kilometer radius. Jason gets onto the laptop to find the location of the dagger. He does that thing with the laptop that happens in like every media ever, where he presses a bunch of random keys and the laptop starts displaying hundreds of windows with way too much information for anyone to process. But hey, it looks cool, right? You could have at least touched the trackpad.
Hurry up, you piece of crap. Are you kidding me?
He grabs some weird disc thing, and then the game goes full Michael Bay mode. Of course, the room was booby-trapped. We know how pirates work. They don't trust anyone, even themselves. The boat sinks, and you have to try to escape while it floods. It's a pretty cool sequence. You have air canisters to replenish your oxygen, a generous thought to people who didn't bother to upgrade their lung capacity in the skill tree, and you have to push away pirates that are so hell-bent on looking cool when they kill you, they still have their aviators glued onto their face. You escape the ship just in time, and when you wake up on the beach, Buck is there to greet you.
Oh, the woods are lovely, dark and deep. Get the fuck up! Come on!
fluff. Not I'd laugh. Adult me, realizing these kittens died from drowning, tied up in this bag. What memes think they are? I'm cool, Rick. What memes actually are? Day 40, 2069 of quarantine. A world map produced from ancient Greece. When you are learning cooking on your level 99 character. At an Eminem concert. Eminem. Well, right now, everyone sing this with me. Everyone at the concert. Crush. Happy birthday. Me replying by mistake. You too. Crush. Thanks. But how did you know that today's my B-day? Me. Task failed successfully. Mistakes make you stronger. Jake Paul's parents. I figured out the perfect name for male Karens. Dinkelberg. Who the hell threw their diploma? We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. COVID-19 compliance officer. Where's your mask? News footage of what happened after a kid turned on the lights inside of his parents' cars. The insult dictionary. How to be abusive in 5 languages. English, French, German, Italian, Spanish. Gordon Ramsay. Invest. When people recognize you from the internet, and now you have to make that dumb face. Just increased my car's value by $1 billion. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. The stethoscope was invented because... stethoscope was invented because the inventor felt uncomfortable placing his ear on a woman's bare chest to listen to her heart. You were a good man. Thank you. 3 seconds later. Nobody. Japanese Squidward. Me. Asks a question on a stream. Streamer. Answers it. Me. Gucci Gang. A very idiotic song sang by a rainbow hawk with aluminum foil stuck to his teeth. Man, I lost brain cells listening to Gucci Gang. That's a lot of damage. I just found out the average dream lasts 2 to 3 seconds. Bro, I be going on whole ass missions. When you're watching a movie with your family, and a Shrek scene comes on, I like that spot on the wall. That is a nice spot on the wall. Having a boyfriend with anxiety is lots of fun, because you can tease around with other guys then make him apologize for calling you out. Try it and call him possessive and shit, and he'll actually believe you and even blame himself when you leave him. Get the frick out to here with your bullshit. Autoshrexual meaning. Autoshrexual plural autoshrexuals. A person who has Shrex with himself or herself. One aroused by his or her own body. Someone. Go frick yourself. Autoshrexuals. Joke's on you. I'm into that shit. This drunk guy on the plane keeps asking me to steal the Declaration of Independence with him. Holy shiz mob. The mob. It's showtime. Introverts preparing to say here during attendance. If you dissociate hard enough, you can eavesdrop on conversations you are a part of. I don't remember making this post. My dad's best friend, my dad. I would like to award you the highest honor I can bestow, Uncle. It is time to go, little one. Do I really have to? Yes. Time to go to school. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. Hello neighbor. Hi Jan, can you all frick quietly? I'm trying to sleep. I'm still at work. Hello Zach. Zach. 12 when your mom enters your room without knocking first. Mating noises. Anime protagonists just barely pull their sword out of the sheath. Anime antagonists. In my class, if a teacher catches us passing
Grace Arrow Snake.
Pass the notes to read the contents of it out loud to the whole class. I wrote down the lyrics of the song on a note and passed it to my friend. Expectedly, I was caught, and that's how I rickrolled my whole class. Outstanding move. John Wick, Chapter 2 2017. Pencil kill scene. Imagine what he could do with a geometry set. He's too dangerous to be left alive. I want to be 14 again, so I can ruin my life differently. I have new ideas. My parents when I forget a word in my native language, but I know it in English. Pathetic. Infinity Gauntlet meets Tenderizer. Invest. Misery Bay, Depression Bar, Melancholy Waterhole, Disappointment, Adventure Time. Siberia thoughts of the underworld is growing at an alarming rate. Heavy breathing. When the neighbors have a lemon tree hanging over your fence, are lemons. YouTubers when they start a Minecraft survival world. Also them on the second day, after they do some off-camera mining. Wow, she's good. I've got to have her plan my wedding. Our wedding. Are you an elephant? Why you toxic freak? Stop body shaming people. Because you so thick. Flirt. My parents deciding which sports I should play. 5-year-old me who eats grass competitively. God running out of ideas after seeing Queen Elizabeth survive 2020. Elmo remembers when he used to drink to feel happy. Now Elmo drinks hoping the next one will destroy his liver, so he can finally die.
I forgot I was streaming.
Hey, Marvin! Slut! I think I found a way out! Marvin, come on. Let's get you out of here. Let's go. You okay?
Just go. Save yourself.
I'm gonna end this here because there's a typewriter. So I'm gonna end this here. Oh my god. If you're wondering, if you're being like, oh, you're too scared. The only reason I'm ending this here is because of one reason. That goddess statue shook me up. Well, I'm guessing these are concept art for the rooms that they were in. But I'm happy. Because of one thing. I didn't have to... They didn't make the concept art into the actual game. Because then at the beginning of the game, you have had to fight a licker or a random creature at the top of the roof with a pistol and a pocket knife. So yeah, the reason why I was annoyed that I didn't have a knife was because of one reason. If I killed 10 zombies with a sub-weapon, aka the knife, I could have unlocked the liquor. Or if I shot the liquor when it was jumping, I could have gone a zombie dog. But that was scary. So I enjoyed and